Hey guys, it's beautyriotx. I am just about to do a get ready with me with some new makeup that I've picked out. I've been doing super good and I'm 100% seriously proud of myself being on my oh buy, no buy that I've been on recently. And if you don't know what I mean by that, if you go back a few videos, me and my husband kind of got into not an argument, but he brought up the fact that I just spend so much money on buying makeup. Like, I need to tone it back, and he was right. So I did, and now I only buy things that I really want to try and not things that I want to try just for my channel. That's something that I can consider doing once I actually make a living, if that ever happens, on my channel. Right now, I don't make a living on my channel. I mean, I literally might make a few $100s a year on my channel. So that doesn't justify spending a few $100s a week on makeup. So right now, I'm on an oh my low buy, which is, again, just buying things that I really want to try. And over the last few months since starting this, I've literally only bought a handful of products, and they have been products that I just really wanted to try. So I have a few products here. One thing was just sent to me. My friend Allie, you probably heard me talk about her, sent me this Winky Luxe Whipped Cream Primer. I picked up the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer to try. I picked up one of the new e.l.f. Metallic Flair highlighters. I picked up one of the new, not super new, but I haven't heard one person talk about this. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. All of these are like super cheap drugstore things. I also have two things I found from Becca. One is something that I found at TJ Maxx, which is a lipstick from Becca for like $5. And another is something that isn't drugstore, another Becca product that was a recommendation from Samantha Ravndal. I wanted to see if it was as amazing as she claimed it was. Today will be my second day using this, and I'll share my thoughts as I'm putting it on, which will be right now. As you can see, I've already done my eyes. I've used the Profusion Temptress palette. It's sick. This palette is sick. The blues in here, and I'm not a huge blue fan, but I'm gonna zoom you in because, like, look how pretty these blues are. And I literally just used these two matte blues and topped them with a Jelly Much shadow from ColourPop. This is in the shade Just Your Voice. All right, so we are gonna get into it. I'm gonna use the whipped cream highlighter, whipped cream primer from Winky Luxe. This looks crazy. At first I was like, oh no, like she knows I don't like the real silicone-y primers. I did actually feel it, and it actually just feels like a lotion. It does feel a little bit silicone based, but not as bad as it looks like it's going to feel. I just hope it doesn't end up feeling matte. Me and Allie do this really fun thing where we just send each other the stuff that we try and we don't want anymore. Everybody needs to find that kind of friend who also loves makeup, so you guys can like switch off your makeup, stuff that you don't love, but you don't want to give away or throw out or sell or whatever. So at least you can give it to somebody who might love it. Me and Allie do that for each other. So this is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector in light medium. Samantha Ravndal put this in her current favorites, and she said everything she puts on top of it just looks great. It makes everything not crease. It's just a slightly brightening. It's not crazy. It's not a crazy color corrector. It's subtle. My under eye darkness is subtle, but it also works really well as an under eye primer, I found. Again, this is only the second time I'm using it, but I want to make sure I'm not wrong in liking it. Let's put it that way. It's very sticky. Like, you know the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye stuff? It's not that thick or pigmented, but it has like that stickiness to it, if you know what I mean. But I feel like I wore this yesterday under my eye makeup. Like, it just does like a nice kind of brightening. And yes, I have found other things to do this, but I think this looks really nice under concealer. It's probably the nicest thing I found to work under my concealer. So the brightening effect is nice, but I more so like it for an under eye primer, if that makes sense. So I wore this from 1:30 yesterday until about 8, I guess. I wore it for about 7 or 8 hours yesterday. And I mean, I have under eye lines. It didn't make it look like I didn't have any. And even though it's sticky, it's very thin. So I like to just let it sit for just 1 second just to like let it absorb, I guess. So then I'll start putting on the rest of my face. I'm gonna use my CYO Lifeproof foundation. All right, now we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I don't know if I didn't try this earlier because I felt like somebody said it was drying, so I guess we'll see. I got the shade Light Peach, I think. Medium Peach, I'm sorry. All the shades just looked all really light. Like fair, light, and medium all looked crazy light, so I just went with medium because it looked the least lightest. And I know it drives everybody nuts how little I use, but I'm starting out with a little because you can always add more. You can't take it off. It seemed to dry very fast. That was my only thing as I was blending it out. I can already tell it's a bit more mattifying than I want it to be, but I mean, we're trying this for a reason, so. Hopefully it doesn't oxidize too much because I like the tone of it right now. I like the way it looks right now. So we'll just see. I'm not gonna jump to conclusions. This isn't new, this is just my Conceal and Define from Makeup Revolution. And I use C12, in case anybody wants to know. And I'm really sorry, I know sometimes I hold my mirror like right in front of my face. So many people are like, don't you have a mirror right already in front of you? And I do, but I need this little one right in front of me for some reason, I don't know why. All right, we're gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. They also had a banana powder, but this was like the translucent. And it looks to be like flesh toned. It's not white, which I also kind of like. I normally don't like blue shadow, but I'm so digging this right now. And I am gonna try setting under my eyes with this. No, I'm not, because I don't wanna set myself up for disappointment because I'm already trying a new concealer. So I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury. This is my under eye, this is like my go-to under eye setting powder. It's very expensive, but this way it lasts me a long time, and it's one of my favorite, the least offensive setting powder for under eyes, I like to say. Now, I have under eye wrinkles. This isn't gonna change that, but nothing's pulling into my fine lines or anything so far. So far, so good. Open this goddamn thing. I hope it's not crazy matte. Doesn't really say too much about it on here. Although the first ingredient is nylon. That may be a normal ingredient for powders. I don't recall seeing that before, but that doesn't mean much. I'll try using this as an under eye powder another time. You get a good size too. This was $5. Now listen, powder is powder is powder. But you know how some powders you put on and you automatically look like a cake face? I don't feel like a cake face. In fact, I think it looks really nice and smooth. And obviously some part of that may be the primer. So far so good though, I'm pretty happy. All right, so what do I have left? I have just lips and highlighter left. So I'm gonna go off camera, finish the rest of my face, and then come back and finish the video with these two products. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna zoom you in really quick so we can kind of look under my eye if you can see what's going on under my eye. If we can see under my eye, you know, I do have fine lines and some wrinkles, but it set my concealer really nice. The Camo Concealer didn't look like it oxidized. It didn't settle into the fine lines or anything. The one thing though I will point out is right here and right here, and I think it's where the Becca primer and the Winky Lux primer kind of met and maybe mixed a little bit right here on my cheeks. It almost looks like it's separating a little bit. Yeah, it looks kind of weird. I don't know if you can see that. I'll have to play around with both of them more or maybe not use them together. All right, let's go in with the lips. So this is the Becca, it's a Lush Lip Color Balm in Cafe au Lait. And again, I found this at Marshall's for like $3.99 maybe. And I don't think I own any Becca lip products. So this was actually maybe the perfect one to start with. And I think that looks beautiful and it feels really nice. It's a little concealer lippy, but I don't mind it because it's kind of sheer too. And the last thing, I've only seen one person use and I saw it and it was kind of a mixed review. This is the e.l.f. Metallic Flair highlighter in white gold. There was another shade that was like slightly deeper. Let's hope this rocks my world. Hey, this is really nice. I'll be the first to say, I'm usually not a big e.l.f. fan, Not many of their products have wowed me. That is really nice. That is sensational. Wow. For $6, that is some kind of special. It makes you have like wet cheeks. Oh, this is going in my everyday drawer. Oh, that makes me so happy. All right, so what did you guys think? Let me know this product that you liked the best that I used today. Honestly, there really wasn't anything that I really didn't like. I have to like dick around with these two a little bit more. I do, like I said, I like the way that my concealer, well, I'm yelling, I'm so sorry. I really like the way that my concealer is sitting on top of this. Like throughout the day, yesterday, it didn't change at all. Like my concealer, it didn't look oily after a while. Now obviously this is the first day using this concealer, but all right, so that was it. So far I may have judged this too quickly when I first heard about it and saw people talk about it. I thought it was gonna be like drying and not that great. It looks pretty good. It's only been on for about 20 minutes so far, but so far so good. And this Temptress palette, shit. Shit. I mean, good. I mean shit, like, I'm wowed. Like, oh my God, shit. But yeah, that was it. Make sure you guys let me know what you loved in the box below. And if you aren't sure about any of the products that I used, I always list everything in the box below. It's a list of things. They're not linked to the products. So that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.